Gold all the major time frame on your screen, and best way to get more view in YouTube is to start with H1 time frame. But how can H1 time frame tell you clear picture of gold price? So I will start with daily time frame, and on this time frame you have clear picture where gold will go, because right here at 1676 everything is here. If you made a right decision, predicted accurately, then you can be millionaire. But if you did one mistake, everything is gone and you are inviting poverty. So everyone is confused and everyone is want to know where gold will go from here, either upside or downside. So first we have Elliott wave count from top 2070 ABC corrective wave, and we predicted this top accurately. Then wave W, this top, this bottom was also predicted successfully. Then corrective wave X, and we miss to predict accurately this high, and we thought there was double bottom, but it killed everyone. And now we are in wave Y, impulsive wave, which are further subdivided into A, B, C like wave W. So we have 2 degree of impulsive wave, and since majority of public follow price action, not Elliott wave, and it is clearly making lower low, lower high, so sentiment are bearish and nobody is predicting gold bullish trend. And we have this Peller channel, it is bearish until it clearly break outside. This was the false attempt, but this is a visual language and we need clear answer to buy or sell. That is why we use few retracement and extension tone in Elliott wave theory. So based on this tool, projection target for wave Y compared to wave W, and wave C compared to wave A, this one. We have next downside support near 1600. The target for wave C 1604, target for wave Y 1595. So basically 1600 level. But many people are saying 1650, and for that we will go to H4 time frame later. There is also a possibility for bottom at this level for temporary correction. But main thing is, first we have dynamic support, the lower trend line of this channel. It came down and you try to buy at lower trend line as a dynamic support, like we did at wave W when it made bottom here. And this projection, our static support, the 1600 support zone. And before that we have this support 1676. Will this level breaks or not, or price will hold this level like it doing since coronavirus has been started? All you have to do just buy on this level. Will this strategy repeat or not? First we have to understand what is happening at this level, because this support has more psychological importance than a complete beginner trader who is less than 1 year old can understand. First of all, people have started buying here. They do not have patience to wait till FOMC or CPI or till the end of the quarter, which is a high chance for gold bullish trend. And all of these people have their SL at 1676. And next thing is all of the seller who are selling since 2070, 98, 1880, the up on CPI, then drop next Monday when they leak their 75 basis point rate hike, and that same person is now leaking again for 75 basis point, and now market is fully pricing for 90% rate hike for 75. So first buyer have their SL for this level, and all, not all, but majority of seller have their TP for this level. By the time it make new low, they will take profit and exit, and buyers SL will go to black hole. They will never return. That is why people hedge, which give them hope. So if this level breaks on H1 time frame, this will be very ugly. You can expect $50 vertical candle price action in very short period of time, within 1 hour, because definitely it will dance here, because seller will take profit and buyer will book loss, and new buyer who are waiting for new lower low will start buying. So in that condition, if you have no entry, so wait for clear breakout, then sell retest on H1, and target is 1600, 1604 to 1595. This is your next downside target if you take sell entry, or if you have already a sell entry, because next downside support will be 38% projection near 1486, and for wave C 1528. But before that we need more data, so we can know in advance whether it will hit this 1528 or 1486 red zone area. But based on current information, you have this lower trend line of this channel as a visual support, and this projection level as a static horizontal support. So trade based on two things. And buyers who think that gold will go up, and they have three big reasons, and gold will not only go up, it will explode, because soon if those three things happen, many billionaires will have no choice but to die, and they will become poor in just 1 year. So this buyer have no target before 1805, so wait at least 1805. So this is your profit target, and manage your risk based on this resistance level, and SL 1676, and next buying opportunity near 1600 level. But this daily time frame has one more alternative wave count which was barely popular, and now nobody is sharing, and you have must seen this on Instagram, Telegram, TradingView. And this is this 5 impulsive wave count, 1 2 wave 3 impulsive wave, which ignoring the triangle in the middle, and 4th wave, then 5th wave. People who believe in this wave count, why they are selling and think that gold will go down. It had not made even 38% retracement, and this is your ABC flat correction. Wave A was 5 impulsive wave already there on Insta and Telegram, and wave B is ABC corrective wave, which I explained few minutes later. And wave C, if is impulsive, then this is definitely a flat correction, and keep buying like you are a god up to 38% retracement at 1823. Then after new high, you can expect new lower low. And why will you target for 1300? Then you can target up to 1600, because if that happen, this wave count becomes successful, goes up, make 50% retracement. Then next level wave 3 have 100% projection 1481 and 61 at 1214. Then fifth wave after that can go back to 1000, but for that we need depression in USA, not recession. And Fed have to keep raising interest rate until all of these billionaire like Elon Musk become millionaire again. So this is the motivation for bulls who believe in this wave count 5 impulsive wave, and this was the popular when it made high at 1807, but since it came down back to 1690, nobody is sharing this wave count. And since this was said by very big company which you cannot argue or compete, say wrong to them and explain later in next video. So this wave count predict double bottom and new high, but I believe in this ABC corrective wave pattern, double 3 corrective wave and new low target near 1600. And if it goes up making bottom at 1676, then this can be giant correction in wave B before it came down, but that correction will be stay below 1830 level. The correction like this we got when they were doing tapering, because previous trend made zigzag correction and it had not made a big chart pattern correction. So first of all of these things depend CPI this week. So if CPI came down 8.1 or below that, which is possible because Biden is selling oils and gasoline price are constantly down, so that happen, then this will be bullish for gold. And how much they raise in this FOMC, market is fully priced more than 90%. Since that percent leak again, so market is ready for 75. But this decision can be changed, because since last FOMC to today, market was dancing between 50 and 75. So this time we are getting 75. But what will happen after this FOMC in November? That's the important. First we got 25. Market already made top. Then 50. Then 75, killing the gold price up to bottom. near 1680. Then this will be third rate hike of 75 basis point. And if 75 repeat again in November, then this is bearish for gold, or higher like 100 basis point, which is only possible if CPI jumps back to 9%. Then nothing can stop gold going to 1400. So everyone is interested what Fed will do in November FOMC. First they are waiting for CPI numbers, then after that only thing will be FOMC. But November, if they raise only 75 basis point, then this will be end of Fed rate hike cycle. But the question is, why the Fed give signal for 50 basis point where gold will stop? If that happen at this level, then this is the double bottom and gold is ready to go up based on 135 impulsive wave. Or if new low comes, then they give signal for 75 basis point, which means then reduction in rate hike size. Then this will be confirmation that Fed is going from QT to QE. And what QT do to gold price are no better who buy gold right at 2070 and still holding their position. And what QE do to gold price, they know who buying at 1450 and keep buying until all time high at 2075. So that is the main question for gold trend, that it will make bottom before FOMC or making new low, then after FOMC it is making a bottom. But these two are only option for buying gold. This 1600 and this double bottom on daily time frame, and their SL as 1676. But if you have fear, then wait until gold explode, then buying retest at 1805. Because what is holding gold above this bottom 1451 is stagflation. These are ultra rich people who invest millions of dollars for financial advice. They buy gold, it goes up because of QE, and they knew the stagflation will come, and it is making retracement for this trend, but new low is not made. And if that happen, then those people will start buying gold again for stagflation confirmation. And this is 10-year party. Poor people cannot survive this global stagflation. They will die by the time this stagflation trend end. Because this support, you can see from top to bottom, is 61% retracement. So this complete trend from 2070, the seller of Fed rate hike cycle, first they have 61% retracement, buying battle if they survive the support or not. If new low comes, then we have this 1600 level in the middle again for buyers. And if this level also break, then there only one support for gold, that is 1451. When Fed started money printing, and if that happen, then these two, first 1600 and then 1451, are only big support. But for that we need more than 50 basis point rate hike in November FOMC, and for that we will first get signal on CPI, then FOMC. Because people who sold right at the top, there were no rate hike. Rate hike came later when it made double bottom. So top was already made, so bottom will also be made before QE start, and it is only depend that when Fed will stop. So these are the target on daily time frame. First 1676, then 1600 level, then 1451. And if you have your buying entry at 1800 or above that level, then you have to manage your risk for both support. And if we see weekly time frame, since price action is completely bearish on daily time frame and people love to hear bearish target, so these are all of your support and resistance. First, these are 10-year-old support and resistance, and price is again testing. You can see first came down, support, retracement, break, retest, and now it is back to down. So this 1533 is a big support level if it break downside before 1453, and if that level also break, for that we need 100 basis point rate hike from Fed. Then next target is 1361, because it cannot go below that level, and this support zone will give you a big buying opportunity, but it is between 3061 to 1453, and real challenge is time, how fast it goes back to this level. Before we go to H4 time frame, let's see 10-year yield H4 time frame. You can see on this time frame it is making a sideways correction. This double top was made at 3.5%, and everyone was expecting a rate cut next year, so it came down and gold keep going up. But Fed later explained they will not cut, but they will hold interest rate at 4%. So this is their target zone where they will hold their interest rate, and it is making this parallel channel. And if this break downside, then gold will start going up, but until it is trading inside this channel and making new high, gold cannot go up, because both things are designed to go in different direction, completely opposite. So longer term interest rate is peaking. First it made top here and now it is making here. So main thing whether gold will go 1600, 1400 or 1300 is depend where Fed stop hiking at 3.5 or 4%, and this again depend on CPI this week. So watch carefully. If this channel breaks to downside, then you can expect bullish gold or ultimate bottom for gold by the time it hit 4%. The moment it start going up again above 3.5%, that was the time when gold bottom is near. And if you watch dollar index, first of all it is going up and making a trend line, higher high, higher low, and if this trend line breaks, then this can be bullish for gold, and it will confirm that dollar has made top. And there is one more option, that these bull wait again for retracement and buy again on retest of trend line and gold go to 21. But if you focus only on last wave, which is possible to predict top and bottom of any trend, just focusing on last wave, then this have 5 impulsive wave and wave 5 making ending diagonal chart pattern. It break out, then retest. When Powell speech ended last week, then immediately came down. But for dollar trend reversal, we need this trend line breakout and channel breakout on 10-year yield. Since I told you 3 things for gold bullish trend, first of all, any rate hike below 75 basis point in November FOMC is bullish for gold, and it will start with CPI this week. And second thing is stagflation, and biggest hedge fund Ray Dalio has already given warning that maximum 18 month. But Powell, it is not saying clear, but he is giving signal. The Paul Walker, and the moment the word stagflation came out of his mouth or any FOMC members, that time gold will be trading again about 2075. This is the trend where people missed and waited entire life, and now this trend has come. And third thing is price cap. The Russians are saying that US will set price cap on December 5. Since poor people do not read Wealth of Nation, and USA is the only country in the world who saw value of that book since beginning, and now they are superpower. Only way to make Russia poor so they can forget war is to stop their export, and their power is energy export. And this is the latest. US has given warning, if any country after price cap buy Russian oil, then they will be their enemy and they will put sanction on them. And this came after first their oil minister and then prime minister himself said that they will support Russia. These 3 countries are united, and trend which we call globalization, which was US secret plan for converting socialist country into capitalist, was started with Russian when they bankrupt because of Cold War, and it is ending with Russia. And all of this country goes back to 1950 and go with communist economic model. Russia has gone there. McDonald is out of Russia now. China is slowly going there. There is no freedom of speech in China, and now only India is left. And like PM Nehru, if he repeats same thing and say Tata bye bye to globalization and goes back to this socialism like 1950 and close the border to all the American product, then this will be end of globalization. Since Trump knew the value of globalization, he became president. And if you want to understand globalization in India, then this book written in 2080, then his prediction is becoming true very fast. And if India buy oil from Russia and they put sanction on India and they goes back to communism and globalization end, then these two names Ambani and Adani will be deleted from this list. They will disappear, and this is only possible because of globalization. Company like Netflix, they do not have courage to make all the episode in that book. They have episode on Vijay Mallya. This is what recession do to billionaire, and now stagflation is coming, and Nirav Modi and Subrat Roy. So Netflix cannot make episode on all of these people, and this book is 50 years ahead of its time. It is very controversial. Because what happened after Ukraine invasion, the globalization end in Russia and inflation came. Putin raised salary of government employee and they are protected against inflation. If same thing happen, then private sector will be dead, and all the people who made all the money in globalization will have no choice but to poor, and they can buy gold. And this was the Russian who were buying gold because of globalization ended there. And you can imagine if Indian start doing same thing, because American sanction on Indian economy, then these three things together are bullish for gold. But question is again is the same, that it will make bottom at 1676, then it will hit all the SL going up to 1600, then it start its bullish trend. But on H4 time frame, everything is clear. First of all, we have wave A, wave V, which made 50% retracement, wave C subdivided into A, B, C corrective wave, and C has been ended at 100% projection at 1690. Then after that, new trend, which can be correction or trend reversal, and this week you will get clear answer. Either gold will go up or down. So if that happen, wait for breakout or lower trend line, then sell retest or retracement, then target up to 38% projection for wave C or 61% projection at 1644. That is why people are saying 1650. There is no lower target before this red zone, or CPI drops, does not jump, then wait for upside breakout, then buy retest of upper trend line. Then buy target will be 1802. Since this entire trend is following 50% retracement ratio symmetry, all the wave just made 50% retracement, then came down like wave V higher degree, wave B lower degree, when Kaskari sent gold down, and now this correction pattern triangle is again making 50% retracement, and right now it is making triple top at 1721, which is 50% retracement of this last wave C. So this month after CPI you will have clear answer, either gold goes down or up. Because if you know about dollar standard, euro dollar system, then ultimately what Fed do is important, because right now euro USD is near parity, euro is equal to dollar is equal to euro, and last week you saw these two center banker were speaking at the same time, and human cannot understand, only machine can know.
Response to the pandemic, we did resort to large asset purchases to address what were pretty severe disruptions in markets, and then also to support the economy.
Because ECB cannot do same monetary policy as a Fed, they have to do opposite. You can say the Dixie and Euro USD chart side by side, and if you invert Euro USD chart, then both look same, Dixie or Euro USD. Because when dollar will make top, that is the next big trade, and it will make top before Fed cut, because first they will decrease rate hike size, then they will pause, then they will cut. Like people who buy this Dixie bottom in January 21, similarly they will sell Dixie before Fed cut, and retail trader will come always in the last, that Fed is hiking, dollar is going up, and now we should buy. And while they were busy in first 6 months or 2021, when it was making double bottom. So as a retail trader, just focus on this H4 Elliott wave count and this chart pattern, and see where it breaks on CPI. If CPI goes up, it will go down. In CPI came down, gold will go up.